Howdy, cowboy. I like crypto because it opens up a world of opportunity for little investor cowboys like you and me to get our hands on like early startup projects. Okay, and so revenue coin is what we're going to be talking about today, and it's interesting how they're doing it, and I find it quite fascinating. I'll give you a quick example or story or something that I come across often. Gary Vaynerchuk, if you know him, he's like a serial entrepreneur, personality, YouTube personality, whatever. And he often talks about how he passed up on Uber's investing round, angel round, twice. And I'm like, Gary V, you know what? I wouldn't have done that. Maybe I would have, but I'm like, I wouldn't have done that. The thing is, I don't even have the opportunity to do that. Why? Because when you're investing in these like new startup companies, you gotta know somebody to know somebody. You gotta be somebody or be some big meech or some dude with a lot of money, and everyone wants to get you. These big startup companies don't want to go after like a small fry fish, you know, they want to go for these big dudes. And so there's a high barrier to entry for people like you and me. But Revenue Coin seeks to change all of that up. They seek to help us bridge the gap and get to these early startups without having to be this big, like, you know, tycoon or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And so this video will be about that. Look, if you're new to this channel, my name is Aaron. I'm on a journey to my next Bitcoin while helping you to your next Bitcoin. I got mine in 4 months, but I'm not your financial advisor, okay? I'm a lizard brain, gorilla arm, diamond-handed cowboy exploring the wild west of cryptocurrency with a whole bunch of other cowboys. If you want to join us, hit the subscribe button down below. Join us at cowboysofcrypto.com. Join us in the saloon. That's where we're always talking about the next big coins and stuff like that. Now, before I get too far into this video, this is a sponsored video, okay? They have paid me to talk about this video, but like all my other sponsored videos, I will flame it to the ground badly, okay? Like if there's some other projects out there, you could just go look on my channel. I just did it. I will flame it to the ground as terrible as I possibly can. The horror, the extreme, the bloodshed all over the place if it's a terrible project, at least if I think it's a terrible project. Now, if it's a good project, I'm gonna give you my honest opinion, right? This is just my honest, unbiased, well, it's my biased opinion. And I kind of like this project, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is a very, very interesting project, and we're gonna go right into it. It's called Revenue Coin, and like I said, it's made to like, help us little guys start investing in these new startup projects. And it's a little bit different from buying tokens for like a crypto project, because we can now invest in things that might not necessarily be tokenized, might not have a token attached to it. You know what I mean? It's just a company, like a tech company or something, like a startup. And so this is that opportunity, and I actually really like that idea. You know, like not everything has to be tokenized. Maybe in the future things will be. I'm not sure how the trends will go. But here's Revenue Coin. You've got 13 days before the public sale ends. I think I'm going to throw in about 1 BNB in it, but I'm going to tell you why I'm going to do that. And it says here, look, Revenue Coin, the first revenue token in the world. Holders fund high-tech companies to scale. Startups receiving funding allocate up to 10% of revenues to the systematic purchase of RVC, which is their token, from the market, reducing the supply and increasing value. Okay, so what the heck does that mean? There's this map here that shows you exactly how it works. I'm going to skip that one. So basically, you and me are the investors here, okay? You and me are these guys. And we buy the token here, okay? This is RVC. Now, RVC then, they fund different types of projects. Right now, they only have 2 projects, and we'll talk about those 2. And when those projects are funded, when they start generating revenue, they push 10% back of their revenue to buy back the RVC token on different exchanges, you know, so wherever those exchanges are, I'm not sure, like DeFi or, you know, these major centralized exchanges, they'll buy them back and then they'll burn them. Why does that matter? Well, when they buy them on the exchanges, it increases buy power, you know, it's buying them back, so it increases the price and reduces the supply, increasing the total value of your coins. That's basically, and so that's how we as investors get it back. We get it back indirectly when our RVC token, when the supply reduces. A little bit interesting concept there, rather than just an automatic burn. It's like open market buyback. These guys are buying it back. So I have a couple questions, right? You know, who are these companies? What's the benefit to this, all this stuff? You know, like how does this stuff work? So it's basically that the community buys the tokens, that's you and me. Capital goes to young companies, okay? Now, when this capital goes, all of that, like a piece of it pulls from RVC and then goes into the companies. Then there are those two companies, and the revenues increase. Now, before we get too far, you and I need to outline some basic terminology here. We need to know what revenue means. Some of us don't know what that means. Revenue means it's gross, okay? Ew, yuck, gross. I don't like dealing with gross numbers because gross numbers are inflated, except for right here. This is great. So gross numbers or revenue numbers is all of the money flowing into a company, okay? It doesn't include expenses. So it's just money flowing into the company. That's gross. Net is, it's the profit. It's, the money coming into the company less or minus the expenses. So you could have a gross income of $1 million, but you could have a net income of $1,000 if it's 900,999 or whatever, you know what I mean? So that's what you're looking for. Whenever someone talks about, how much money they're making or how much a business is making, you always want to hear the net. So it's interesting that they're talking about the gross revenue, the gross income, the revenue for this. So which is better, right? Because if a company is making, let's say, $1 million, they have to take that, 10% of that to buy back the coin, and then just kind of it's gone. 10% is a lot. I'm kind of surprised by that. That's a lot from your revenue. If it was 10% from your net profit, that's different, right? Because now you're sustainable. But what if you have you're operating at 90% or something like that of your gross income? You're kind of cutting it close. So that's a little bit weird for me. I'm not too sure about that one. Benefits for RVC holders. I'm not going to go through this hidden products that you could buy the products of these companies or something like that. Voting rights, which is very interesting. This is something that's interesting. This is different from a launch pad, right? Because a launch pad, people, these projects will go into that launch pad, and then you have a selection of these projects to choose from, vetted by the launch pad. Here by Revenue Coin, users get to actually vote in conjunction with the board, the advisory board. They select these different projects, and I kind of like that too, because they're able to get in there, talk with them, if you trust the advisors and all that stuff. And these guys have a deep team. Okay, so why will Revenue Coin increase in value? We just kind of covered that. Supply decreases, buy power increases in the market with 10% of the I feel like 10% is a lot. I'm not sure. I'm no, math whiz. I'm just a lizard brain. So that's just a lot. You know what I'm saying? I actually really like this function on their website. You could help calculate. They give you this sliding scale, and it changes down here. So it's actually really cool. I'd like you for the check that out. Check out the links down in the thing below. Now here's their portfolio, which is very interesting. They've got two companies that they're backing right now. Xeria and Skyrocket. Okay, so let's go into Xeria. This is actually it helps new investors know what to invest in. It's basically what it is. And so you could go. This is not the scope of the video to really deep dive into this, but this seems like a totally legit company. They apparently won some award in 2016 called the Benzinga Global FinTech Awards. So financial tech, right? So, and this, I actually did deep research into this. Seems pretty good. I mean, I did some deep research on some of this stuff. So you should do your own research. Don't trust mine, but there's some legit people in here. I mean, everything kind of checks out. It doesn't seem like a marketing piece. Well, I'm sure it is, but it doesn't seem like a total marketing piece. They're just handing out this award. So I kind of like it. But then again, I'm no award expert, right? The second company in their portfolio is something called Skyrocket, and this seems to be like a exchange aggregator. You're able to trade on different exchanges at the same time, or interchangeably, and they give you the use of bots. You could easily use some bots, or so they say. Don't know much about it, but this seems like another legit company, and this one's more crypto specific. But like I said, these don't necessarily, Skyrocket and Xeria, these don't necessarily have tokens attached to it. So how do you invest in this? Well, the only way I know now is through Revenue Coin, right? I can't buy their token to invest in that per se. So that's very interesting to me to see this kind of stuff. Oh, I'm sorry, it's Skyrocket. Yeah, this is Xeria. So that's very interesting. And somehow these two must be linked somehow. They got the same people, advisors on boards or something like that. So they'll be bringing on new people all the time. So it's kind of like a a new way to do a launch pad. You know what I'm saying? Like a launch pad is like the company, like let's say Game Zone or BSC pad, they'll find these companies, or these companies will apply for them, and it's for an IDO, right? Initial DEX offering. And then we'll just pick from the selection, like, okay, where do we buy? Revenue Coin kind of goes out and finds these guys, and we vote on whether or not, in conjunction with the advisory board, to see, hey, is this something that we want to get into? So it's very, very interesting how they piece this together. You could read through some of this. I'm not going to go through this. The one thing I did want to go through was their roadmap and their team. Now, their roadmap, look at this. They're not on leading cryptocurrency exchanges yet. So when they do, this is part of their integration on how everything works. When they do, that's going to be the next leg of like the big thing for Revenue Coin being listed on the exchanges, so that their companies can then buy back. Once they do that, then they could buy back their revenue token. Then that's when we get the benefits from that. Okay, and so that's very interesting. Then they'll start the marketing pushes and stuff like that. I think they already have, because that's why you're listening to me, right? And here's their team. They got a deep team. Look at this. There's like 7 people on this team. And I didn't do too much research on this, because you could just really click on the LinkedIn here profiles. But look how many advisors they have. I've been reading through some of this stuff. It's like kind of impressive. Like, I'm not sure how many advisors you really need, but it's very impressive. Okay, so here's how you buy Revenue Coin. All you got to do is scroll back up to the top, or you could hit there, buy RVC tokens. It's going to bring you over here. Buy now. Boop, we're going to be over here. Connect your wallet to the top right, and then push in 1.5 to 20 BNB. That's the max allocation. And then just follow these directions right here at the bottom. I know my face is right over it. Don't worry about it. I'm going to move my face. So all you have to do is, connect your Binance Smart Wallet, click the buy button, and then just wait until December 6th to see it in your wallet. Now, look. This is again, I'm just totally being upfront. This is paid, but I really like this token. It's interesting. It's different from a Launchpad. It's different from what I've seen. So, and different right now is good, in my opinion, right? What the heck do I know, right? You are the man or girl, lady, to be investing here, okay? So this is your money. That's not my money. This is your future, okay? You need to make your best decision. If you agree with me, hit the comment section. Let me know what you like about this. If you disagree with me, let me know as well. Anyways, guys, don't overthink things. Get in good projects with a lizard brain, gorilla arms, diamond hands, Cowboys ride together. If you like this video, hit the like button if you're feeling generous. Also, join the Cowboys of Crypto community. Become official Cowboy today at cowboysofcrypto.com. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I'll talk to you soon.